Good evening. Welcome to my quick demo of a product that might be useful. I don't know if you've ever used, you've tried to send some large files through email and you've come up against the problem where you can't transfer them because they're too big, or you can't easily get the files from one place to another. So one solution I use for this is a website called WeTransfer. You can access it just by typing we.tl or WeTransfer.com. And briefly, it is a piece of software. If I switch to it now, well, as their marketing shows, oh no, your finished masterpiece is too genius or too big to send by email. Do you chisel every pixel out of an ancient Roman marble and deliver your work in 3D? Or would you like to send up to 20 gigabytes in one transfer with WeTransfer Pro? Now, so WeTransfer Free essentially offers you 2 gigabytes, a maximum of file transfer, which is usually more than enough for many of the things that you can transfer. So if you've got a video file, for example, this video file, and you need to transfer it, then WeTransfer is probably the solution for you. If it's just a few pictures or a document or something, more often than not, you can either send that via email, or if it's, for example, a large number of pictures, you could share them via iCloud. iCloud photos and also iCloud Drive is quite good, especially if the files are already on your computer in some form. But if you're trying to transfer to someone that might not necessarily have one of these things, then this sort of solution up to 2 gigabytes is ideal. Obviously, you need an internet connection to be able to upload, and you've got the option of either sending an email to the recipient, or you can copy a link and then either message it or email it. I generally like to get the link myself because I don't really. Sometimes email doesn't work, and you're trusting them essentially to email someone else. So it's a great solution for that kind of thing. So if I briefly give you a demo of using it, here we go. Over here. So when you first load the website, you'll notice that there's usually something like a cookie prompt. Their cookies feed culture. So essentially the way they pay for the free level is by showing you something usually artistic. So it might be a volcano erupting, some art, some culture, something. And so usually you can view that, but they also save a cookie to allow their third-party advertising partners to personalize ads after you've left their site. So generally, if generally I go with no thanks, but certainly and they'll target their advertising to it. So essentially, they give you something interesting to read or watch while your files uploading. The terms of service, if you have a read of them, are pretty straightforward. You have to be 16 to be able to use their tools. The content you upload is yours. You own it. You're responsible for it, and essentially, they will only do what's necessarily to move it from one place to another. Unless, of course, you're doing something illegal, which they may block you, delete your thing, or suspend your account if you've got one. And they may change terms and charge you fees, or they reserve the right to change something. But generally, there's nothing wrong with that if that's all you're after. So you can happily close that. And so over here, you've got this add your files or select a folder. A folder is quite useful for sending if you've got a folder full of, say, pictures or video files or documents that you want to do. Otherwise, you can just select a file. So I have a file that I will drop it. I can drag and drop on, drop it like it's hot, it says, and that will say you've added one file. And you can add, well, you've got 2 gigabytes remaining. So you can add multiple files or folders. And as I said, you can use this to email to someone. And obviously they want you to verify your email, essentially. So usually the option, and here I go, clicking on the ad rather than on the on the content. Bear with me one sec. We switch back to that one. Everywhere you click other than the little bit over here will essentially take you to whatever's showing on the screen. So sorry, you can click on this dot, this ellipsis, and get a transfer link, which is the one thing that I find quite useful. In addition, you can also, this is Joe's video. You can add a quick little bit of text and get the link. So as soon as you click that, it will essentially start uploading the file. While that's happening, you can look at some of their advertising, or this is animations of volcanoes erupting. Yes. Anyway, back in, I'll just move that out of the way. Back over here, your file's 40% completed, about a minute remaining, so it gives you the time. Yeah, so if you would like to transfer up to 20 gigabytes, you can get that for about, I think that's about $12 a month. Certainly, if you're looking for even larger files, well, if you've got a Dropbox account, you can, Dropbox will give you 2 gigabytes for free. Google Drive will give you around about 15 gigabytes for free. If you're looking for slightly even more, oh, look, it's done. If you're looking for more, say 50 gigabytes, one good option is mega.nz. They certainly give you a free 50 gigabytes, and certainly for around about $10 a month, you can get terabytes of space. But those sort of solutions like Dropbox and Google Drive and Mega and iCloud Drive are more for storing files for long term, whereas WeTransfer here is essentially just for well, as you can see here, maybe it will expire in 1 week. So essentially, it's sending a file. So you can then copy the link to your clipboard and send it to someone, and go and send another file. So that's essentially WeTransfer in a nutshell. So you can, once again, you can get to that by going to we.tl or by typing in WeTransfer.com. You just step through the process to not sign up for an account and not sell them all your data, and you get a little link at the end that you can send to people. And on the other end, if I'm a recipient of that message, if I just, yeah. I'll just put on do not disturb for all the. So if I receive that that link, I'd click on it. It would take me to WeTransfer.com. Once again, you've got to agree to the terms of service, and it's fairly simple on mobile. You can go nope, and it's ready when you are. They do have an app that allows you to consolidate files and essentially copy a few things, but essentially there is your file, and you can click download, or you can then copy a link to share it even further. So you download that to your device or to your computer, and it would be your video.
Test.
Yeah, so that's essentially the process end to end of sending and receiving. If there's any questions, feel free to hit me up, but have a good night. Cheers.